Welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 164 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. I've got a bag of 1984 mixed Lincoln Memorial Scent mint Cellos. So these have been cut from mint sets. So we've got some 1984s here, and we'll go through them. There's quite a few double dies for this year. There's some RPMs for this year, and there's the double deer. And so maybe we'll get lucky to find one of those. That would definitely make tonight absolutely worth it. So I'll pour these out. Almost grab them. Wow. Grab them all in one shot. Welcome Seb Weber. Welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good night. It's been a crazy busy week again here. Hope everyone is well, but we'll get right to it here. Time has been short this last week, so I have a million things to do after we finish tonight. So we're going to go through these, but there are double dies on the front and back, so we're going to take our time looking through them. But I think that this will probably be the only roll that we go through tonight. And hopefully I'll be caught up and we can get back to complete normal by next Wednesday for our next stream. But it's been a great week. Only interesting thing I feel like, I don't know if any of you guys buy or sell on eBay or ship things, but shipping does not seem to be going anywhere. I have like 150 coins in the mail coming to me, and I have about as many being shipped out across the United States, and nothing is moving, nothing is tracking. And so if you guys are having this problem yourself, you are not alone. Normally there's like kind of one package that kind of like takes its time going cross country when I have like 100 out, but I've never seen anything, not even since the beginning of the coronavirus here. I have not seen anything so like this. It's not just a few packages, it's everything is just not moving. It seems to have started around the 7th of February, and basically it seems like anything mailed the last few days, it's moving, but there was like a solid 2 weeks. I know that there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the country. I think Texas is under snow, the whole East Coast is under snow, but just an absolutely crazy week. So hopefully Monday everything will start tracking again and we can get back to the usual coronavirus life that we have grown to know. So I believe the big one here we are looking for, I know we're zoomed out here, I just like to look at the condition of the coins before we zoom in and look, just to kind of see if we've got a good roll or not so great a roll. Welcome, Oops Sorry X. Hopefully we can find 1984 double here for you tonight. And I won another 1972 double die at auction this week, thinking of you. The double die 003 that I won on the 7th still isn't here. Like I was saying before, the mail is not moving. But I won a 002 yesterday, and so hopefully we'll see which one gets here first. I hope everybody is having a good night. Welcome to the stream, everybody. And so I think the double ear on the 1984p, I think that that's the big one. This one's got a little bit of toning on it, it looks like. Just a little bit of pink. But I think there's also a double die obverse that has really strong doubling as well, which is worth a bet. I don't know much about that one. I did get to take a look at a couple photos of it before the stream. But it sure would be nice to find. I feel like I can't remember finding a really awesome double die on the stream here in the last couple months. I feel like the last one that I was really happy about was when we were looking through the rolls of 1956 proofs, and we found the two biggest double dies for that year, and hopefully when I go to start grading stuff, those are definitely going to go in to get graded. So yeah, so I have the 002 and the 003 now. It seems like there's PCGS grades quite a few of them, and so I guess my goal was to get one of each of them so that I can then use them to compare. I mean, quite a few of them, when you look at them, it's pretty obvious, but there's a couple of them that look very similar to each other. So I figured if I got one of each, I could use them as grading tools or identification tools. And then it also becomes more complex with late die stages and early die stages and mid die stages. Like things change a little bit, but I figure having them and being able to look at one right next to each other, that will definitely make it a lot easier process identifying them. Is the 004, was that the 1956? I can't quite remember. I think it was the 004 and the 006 that I found in the roll. One of them kind of, I guess it's not, we're not looking at a wheat cent, but the E pluribus unum on the back, like the M has super strong doubling, and then there's doubling down in the letters here where it says 1 cent. That whole area there it's got nice doubling on the bottom. I'm trying to remember what the other one looked like, but they were both very nice and they were both very obvious. So slowly but surely learning about coins, just going through them repetitively, looking and looking and looking, and trying to do a little bit of research before and after. But yeah, the prices of those proofs graded, they should definitely, I don't know if I'm going to sell it and try to buy more, but I haven't seen another roll of proof 1956s, so I might just keep it. And looking at the 1984, like the doubled ear, it definitely looked like it was way more obvious. Like some of these, when I look at them, it's like, you know, you have that little notch right below the ear there. And I feel like I used to look at some of these and say, oh, is that a doubled ear? But the doubled ear for these really is obvious. Like at this zoom level here, we obviously could see it. I've kind of been trying not to pay attention because I want to find it when I'm zoomed in. Wow, this one's, is that on? It kind of looks like it's inside. It's like it's packaged in grease. Maybe it's all on the outside. It's funny, this roll here looked smaller, but now that it's all spread out, it actually looks like a lot more coins. Good job, Super Silverman. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. You got a deep cameo, 67. That's awesome. Does the local coin store, do they ever watch your videos? Do they know when you come in there that you're about to hit it big? It's like I can just see them like, oh, so you're interested in this coin? Let me pull out my magnifying glass and take a closer look at that one. How much is a deep cameo? How much do you think that'll run for? And did you get your video out this week? I saw what looked like you were streaming a couple times, and then when I went to join your stream, there was an error or something, and the first one ended. Like I went to go get food, I was like, all right, I'm going to check out your stream, and then it was done by the time I got back, just a few minutes in. And then there was another one later the day that said that you had fixed the issue, but it was just there was nothing there. But I was all excited to see the coins that you got graded. Curious if those came in the mail, because nothing that I have shipped has moved pretty much since the 7th. I figured, oh, okay, it's a long weekend, you know, things will catch up. And then this weekend, pretty much the only coins I got in the mail were ones in California here. Basically anything nationwide just has not moved. I think Texas might just be like a huge hub, and since they're kind of like non-operational right now, I think that nothing is moving. Shows how much we'd need Texas. Without them, we're in trouble. Looks like a few of these have kind of like little black spots on them, but a lot of them look pretty nice. This one's got a couple scratches. But I'm always amazed too, like I get so many graded MS67s that the surface is just all rough like this from the copper plating. And I would never think that they were high grade coins if I hadn't seen so many MS67s that like are just bumpy and ridged. It almost makes me think that by how many I see like that graded high, that the coin has to be like that. It sounds ridiculous, but I see like more high grade coins that have like really, you know, like this one, the fields are very, very smooth. There's only a couple like bumpy areas. I never see them like that. Maybe those get cherry picked. Hopefully we can find something special here. I have not given up hope on this box. So one thing I did notice is that there's a roll of 1970s in this, or at least 1970s. I believe it said 1970s. And so they're loose. I believe they came from mint sets, because that's how things were advertised here. I think they were just cut out and put in a roll. So it'll be curious to see how that goes. So I'll probably be doing those sometime this month or early next month, because I think that there's only like maybe like 8 or 9 more rolls in the box. I can't believe we've already gone through this whole thing. Wow. It's just like, it's like kind of like a bright reddish pink. Kind of looks like someone bled on this coin, but it shouldn't still be that red. Whatever streaked across, I wonder what PCGS would say this. If that's like genuine, or if like something, just looks like something brushed up against it. I don't think anyone would purposely make a coin look like that. Do you know, Super Silverman, is there just one doubled ear variety? That's all I saw. But I feel like I've seen different versions of doubled ear. But when I looked it up, I only saw one for 1984. Maybe it's just one for 1984. and there's different ones for other years. I feel like there's two main years. I want to say like 84 and 97 maybe. I'll grab some coffee before it's cold. Just 1 year, thanks. Oops, sorry, X. I just wanted to make sure, because like some of these, when I look at them, there almost looks like there's like a little doubled area that reminds me of some of the other double dies that I've seen, and I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to be looking at them after and be like, oh, this one could be one of the other ones, and really have no idea what I'm saying. I picked up quite a few 1984 graded coins this week. I should maybe check them. I'm sure that if they were a double deer, by the time they've gotten graded. But when I was going through coins to list today, I definitely found quite a few nice RPMs and slabbed coins today. That was kind of cool. It definitely made me realize that I should look at the slabbed coins that I'm putting up for sale on eBay, because I've definitely been having people tell me that they've been finding really nice coins. I mean, it couldn't hurt. By the time I'm like listing a coin, taking photos of a coin, making videos of a coin, I can just like take the extra time and zoom in and check them out. Right, so I think we have about 3 or 4 more here, and then we can zoom in and look for the different doubles. We have one more Philadelphia. I was trying not to look, but I feel like I looked anyway for most of these. I don't think I saw any, but I was trying not to look. So let's turn on some lights here. Alright, we can zoom in. Wow, the light seems... Yeah, let me take these out first. I found when I reversed the order last week, it caused chaos. I started taking stuff out of one and putting it back in the other. Move this a little closer. Yeah, for some reason these seem so much brighter. I like my microscope. Welcome, DC Piano. So I think the second double die that is worth a bit on this one, like there's kind of like one of the main areas you can see is like this split 9. And I don't know why I can't, these mint cellos are beautiful. I should be able to see through this really easy, but I'm just getting a ton of glare. But yeah, I think the really nice double die for this one, it's got a notch on the front of the one on the bottom, which I keep almost kind of feeling like I'm seeing, but I don't know, do you guys see what I'm seeing? Maybe it's because I'm in the wrong. Let me switch over to the other view. Let's see how the rest of the coin, everything just looks super bright here. Where's that ear hiding? Yeah, I'm wondering if my camera is having trouble focusing because I feel like I'm not getting a good. So I think this one looks more like machine damage, but for some reason this one just reminds me of one of the ones I'm wanting to look at. I'm pretty much going only. I have a very, very small bill collection. Probably only like $50 in paper money, and probably nothing in it is extraordinary. I think I have like some silver certificates and maybe a couple really, really old dollars. But haven't been into paper, haven't bought any paper, nothing certified. Someday maybe. Currency is fun. I do enjoy looking at it. I definitely check out some different people's sites. Yeah, my lighting feels different. Like I can't even read the letters here. I don't know, maybe if I move this microscope away a little bit more away from the light tonight. It's like my LED looks brighter too. Let's try this again. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, it's been a long day here. I'm part of the eBay Partner Network, and earlier last week they announced that everybody's links that they have, like if you go to below this video, like all my store links, all my item links that take you guys to eBay, every single one of them needs to be replaced by March 31st. So like I have like over 7,000 eBay videos, and then I have all the other social medias. Basically I have to like go to every page and open up, so I like did 2,000 of them in the last couple days, and it was just like madness. I'm gonna be so happy to be done with it, but I've got quite a bit left to do. It seems like pretty much like everything has all culminated here this week. Just too many things to do. I've exhausted myself. But when everything's done, everything should be better than ever, and so it should be good. I feel like there's one double die for this year where the L is just super big. Yeah, quite a bit of air coins. I've got a lot of raw ones. Most of the early episodes here on the show, we're going through everything, trying to identify what was what. But I've also started buying certified ones. For the most part, I don't buy raw air coins, but I do buy ones that have been certified. This one looks a little bit extra thick, but maybe it's just machine damage. There were a lot of errors for this date where the 8s just kind of bulge out on the bottom. Welcome, Spike Ted Dycrack. We're just looking through some 1984s tonight. Just kind of chilling after an exhausting week here. So I'll do my best here. I feel like my lights have gotten extra bright tonight, and I'm not sure 100% why. But I don't think we are going to find a 1984 double ear, but we've got to look. How are you doing tonight, Spiked Head Diecrack? Welcome to the stream. It's like pretty much every date that we've pulled out here, like the dates have looked strange. They've kind of looked doubled a little bit. Yeah, it's like the lighting right now is making it look like there's like a notch on the bottom left corner of everything. But I think when we see something, we'll know. Yeah, some of the lighting, maybe it's the surface of these ink ones. I feel like we weren't having any trouble the last couple weeks though, so this is definitely interesting. It definitely seems to reflect a lot more light, like just all over the place. Yeah, by next Wednesday I should be an absolute zombie after editing 5,000 more pages. I'm not sure, I think I might just leave my other social medias alone and just work forward. Sacrifice some old links that are going to become deprecated due to the updates. I hate doing that. But it's not my fault that eBay partners decided to like deprecate all of the older links. But definitely gonna fix everything up here on YouTube. Nice. What are you hunting? But thank you for stopping by, Spiked Head Diecrack. Curious what you're hunting tonight, though. That L looks pretty big. Four looks a little interesting. I think I might zoom in on this one in a second. I feel like the L on this one looks way thicker. I think if it's one of the ones I'm thinking of, it's... Look at the light there. I think it's like only like $16 or something in MS65. But I feel like that L is way thicker. Maybe it's just that there's kind of like a step on the bottom of, maybe it's just missing that little bit there. Come on, give me some focus. Let's check out the 4 here. maybe it's nothing. We'll check out a couple more. We'll check out the L's on the next one. Maybe it's just the fact that there was something missing from the bottom part that it made the rest look bigger. You have tubes of 60, 62, 63. Nice. You got a lot of tubes. You'll be busy tonight. Welcome, accredited coins. What are we sacrificing tonight? I forgot it's Sacrifice Saturdays. It's new here on the Coin Vault has opened. Focus on the massive future. How are you doing tonight, accredited coins? I hear your future is going to be massive here. You've got like a billion plans up your sleeves. You're going to be huge. How did the bidding go tonight? Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. Pretty much all of basically eBay Partners is gonna turn off, make all the links. I spent like 300 hours making links, going back and making links on all my pages, and then YouTube or eBay Partners decides that it's gonna make a new link system, and that they're basically turning off all the old links. And so I had links that led to all my eBay pages and everything that worked just fine. And then I took 300 hours changing it to eBay Partners so that I could make a few bucks off of it if anyone clicked through my links to eBay. And then, you know, just a few months later, they say, hey, we're going to retire all these links, and you have to do new links. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And it's like, will those links still lead to eBay? Will they still make money off of the work I did, but just not pay anymore? It seems kind of scandalous. But with just a little bit of coding, they could have basically redirected all the old links to basically they basically could have made it so that all the old links could still work with just one person doing a little bit of coding, and instead they're making everybody redo all their links. And then there's going to be millions and millions of broken links out there of people that are just like, okay, I'm done. Exactly. Which it just seems kind of scammy to me. So it's like, if they turn it off, then they're going to have they're going to scatter millions, if not billions, of dead links all over the internet. And how fun is it to click on something and have it say page not found, and then have eBay's name attached to it? eBay doesn't want that. But if they're able to convince everybody they're not going to get paid anymore and to change their links, and then they can still make money off of it, it's kind of genius. I mean, in a way, how would they even turn off the links? I just think that they're stopping paying people for them, which I feel like is against the terms of agreements. But fighting with a company that makes billions of dollars profit, I guess maybe there are some people out there that are up for it, but it seems like I should just focus my time. But I don't know, like I'm kind of like, well, if I don't fix the links, then I'm going to have broken links everywhere. And then if I'm just throw in the towel and say I've had enough with eBay Partners, I still have to go and put links back on all the videos to bring people to the items that I make videos of. And so it's kind of like, there's no win in it for me. Like, I can either update my stuff to eBay Partner, you know, the new standard, or I can just say, okay, I'm going to spend 300 hours just putting everything back to the way it was before eBay Partners came along in my life. You should do 100 coins a day. You absolutely should. I was getting there, but the way that, like, I know I've been sending you links of like how many coins are for sale on eBay, but for any of you guys that like don't watch, the amount of PCGS graded coins in the Buy It Now section, it's going down like every day. It's going down like 1,000 a week, and I don't know where all the coins are going. I don't know if people are selling them on their websites, if there's some like awesome YouTube, TikTok places that are just selling out thousands and thousands of coins a week. But eBay is going crazy right now. Yeah, I think you're right. Almost want to say that this one is an RPM. No, maybe not. Down below is definitely the zinc coming through, but I definitely saw some RPMs where there's like a little curl inside, but then when we shift the lights on it, it just kind of looks like it's partially filled. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that I need to be able to do like, they have like a bulk update thing, but you still have to, I don't know, I guess the main problem for me is all my links are in the descriptions of, say, like a video or social media posts. And so I can change, I could like I could take everything out of those posts and then update them manually one at a time, and like make a page and then convert everything. But the problem is I still have to go and open every single one of those up. I mean, maybe there's a way, like you're saying, that to like do it on my own server. I don't know how to do that. I guess I could spend a day learning. I definitely, because I feel like that's what they think that everybody does, is that they can just extract all their links that they post on all the social media they use. And maybe that's the way, maybe that's the smart way to do it. I don't know how I would pull everything off or change the descriptions on everything all at once. You know, maybe it would be easier, maybe there would be an easier way if it was the same link on every single post, like I'm just doing in my eBay store. But when every single link goes to a different eBay item, it's definitely a problem. But it'll be interesting too to see, you know, if you've got 1 million dead links out there, that could be 1 million people not coming to eBay every day to shop. It's coffee time for a second. Bring some of these closer. We will see. It was fun getting to see your snipe bidding video, Accredited Coins. I had never gotten to watch someone else snipe bid. It's usually people saying, "What are you doing at your computer?" It's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna bid on this, just waiting for it to end." It seemed like you had the timing just right. personally, I think that eBay should change the way that bidding happens. Like in a normal auction, any other auction, I feel like, other than eBay, if someone, when it's going once, going twice, sold, ouch, that's a scratch. I thought there was raised metal on the inside there. That is messed up. But yeah, anytime people bid in an auction anywhere else at the last second, um, the auction extends by like, a few seconds. And that's the way I feel like eBay could make so much more money in profits if every time someone bid, it extended the time period of the auction by 3 seconds. I think that it would be genius, because, 90%, 95% of bidding occurs in like the last 10 seconds on eBay. And if they just had it go, people would get into bidding wars. It's like how many, I know I personally, like at the last few seconds, like I've had my maximum bid, and then I get outbid at the last second, or I think my snipe bid's gonna work, and then it's like I didn't win it, and there's still like a tenth of a second, so you click one more time, and sometimes you don't even see how much you bid it up. I feel like there could be a lot more money. There are decent deals in the 200 to 500 for sure. We've got some 1984s tonight, Mark Coins. Welcome. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of decent deals in $200 to $400 coins. Most people don't, have, when the coin they're looking for, they don't generally have, not everyone has the $200 to $400 available to spend. And it's like definitely coins above $200. There's not as many people who are, want to spend more than $200 on a coin, or that are able, or both. So I feel like there's less people that buy. But it's also one of those things where, like, let's say it's like let's say it's like a $200 coin, and you're bidding, like, you can if you get it for 120, say, and then you pay tax, and so you pay like 135 off of it, and then you put it up for 200 and you sell it for 200, then you're paying 20% eBay fees, or like you're paying like 20% of it in fees. It's like you kind of only get like 20-30 bucks. And same if you spend like $250 on a $400 coin, then you're paying like $270, and then you're selling it for $400, so you're selling it for $310, so you may be making 90 bucks. But it's definitely not, most of those coins don't sell every day. But let's say you have like 365 $400 coins, you're probably going to sell about one a day. And so if every day you're selling one and buying another one, it could definitely, that could be a job. Yeah, I don't see any downside. I guess the one problem is if you wanted to sell the coins. Like, let's say you have 365 $400 coins, and you're like sitting on them, and they're not quite selling. The market's taking a downturn. You're not selling them quite as fast. It's like you really have to kind of like put them up at like $200 at auction to kind of get interest, and then they're going to go for like $250. It's just kind of what happens if you need the money. It's just trying to think of how to say it. If there's not any interest at 400, then there's not going to be much interest at 300, and it's like you kind of need to sell it for the full price that you paid for it. Otherwise, you're going to end up taking a loss. Yeah, I can't remember. I want to say there's only like 15 of the 1964 SMS. Um, I want. I can't. I read Wexler's book, and it totally explains in it. I feel like how they were created. I want to say like either the director of the mint or like someone like involved with them. Like I feel like they were just supposed to be like tests. Um, they were like for presentation pieces, but somebody like somehow got to keep a bunch of them and probably wasn't supposed to keep them. I don't think any of them, I want to say one was found in circulation, but I might be wrong about that. I want to, like, I feel like the first nice coin that I wanted a proof Flying Eagle cent. Or I wanted a 1856 Flying Eagle cent. Still want it. Haven't got it. But either of those would be pretty awesome. Or maybe even a proof 1856 cent. I feel like that's one of the reasons I bought so many Flying Eagle cents, is that I was hoping to find just like a damaged proof one or a damaged 1856. I think I was delusional. But I'd say if you have the money, I'd say that getting a 1964 SMS, I would say that it's possible. But there's only so many, so basically you have to find somebody willing to sell theirs, because I don't think anybody is just gonna put one up for auction on eBay. Like I think there'll be a big thing about it. When I have more money in my account than I can spend on coins to sell for my business on eBay, yeah, I'd much rather have one of those coins than money burning a hole. So someday I will have one. One sold for 15K? That's pretty crazy. Trying to see what's going on. There's like, it looks like there's extra metal at the top of the R. For some reason I can't get, I feel like there was one double die that had a really weak side. I can't believe how reflective these coins are. I feel like that might be the best shot of, it's like I have the coin on an angle here. Well, I'd say if there's one for $15,000, there's definitely, I'm surprised that they're not worth more. I mean, I'm surprised that like, I guess it probably gets to a point where if a coin is worth more than a certain amount, then that just begs people to, like spend a year making a perfect fake. But then I guess that's where like, providence and stuff comes in. Being able to like prove, the lineage of ownership. So I was watching like an old Doctor Who episode the other day where the criminal was trying to steal the Mona Lisa from the museum, because he had traveled back in time and had the artist make 5 more Mona Lisas, but nobody would buy any of the Mona Lisas if it was hanging in the museum gallery, because they would know that it wasn't the real one. And so their goal was to steal it, and then they had a bunch of private buyers who would want to buy it just so that they could not tell anyone, but just to own this thing that they shouldn't own. But the time traveler had gone back in time to have the artists make a whole bunch more of them so that they could sell them to as many people as they could make the paintings of. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, maybe they would be worth like 200K if eBay changed it so that people got in bidding wars at the last 3 seconds. I mean, it makes no sense to me why eBay doesn't function like any other auction site. I mean, I've used a couple other auction sites online, and they all extended the bid period. And so it doesn't make any other auction, like, I don't think anything should be able to call itself an auction if they don't do that at the end of an auction. I don't know, maybe we need to start a new auction site called, like, Bidding Wars, where the biggest wallet wins every time. Is your wallet big enough for Bidding Wars? Join us. It's just the glare. The eye on the bottom there kind of looked like it had a little thing. Yeah, 30 to 40,000. I mean, isn't it amazing though how like such a little tiny thing can be worth so much? It's like a complete contradiction when like a little tiny piece of copper can be worth far more than an ounce of gold. But then again, we have, what, Bitcoin's at 56,000 now? It blows my mind. I mean, I always thought that it was possible. But more what I see is everything else going up in value. The only thing I don't see going up in value is the US dollar. And when you see everything going up in value but the US dollar, it kind of makes me feel like we should all be very scared. It's like, not only do we have everything going up, but we also have the government giving out free money. And where do they get that money? They borrow it with interest rates from other countries. Whale wars. Next on whale wars. So hopefully we're not going into hyperinflation here in the next couple of years. That's definitely, I mean, I always wondered what it would look like to like live through an apocalypse, and I feel like the pandemic here has given us about as close of a look as I think I'll want to visit in my lifetime. Well, gold already went up in value, didn't it? At the beginning of the pandemic, wasn't it at like 1,300 or something? And then it kind of like steadily increased. Like silver was at like what, like 16, 17? I can't remember I can't remember if it's at like 24 or 27 right now. The stock market's up, gold's up, silver's up, Bitcoin's up, Dogecoin's up. coins are up. Sports cards, oh my god. Yeah, it very well could jump. It'll definitely be interesting to see. It's funny, like the photo of the doubled ear that I looked at, it's like the ear is so precise, and you can see like all the lobe. And then it's like I look at some of these ones, and it's just like, is that ear or hair? What am I looking at here? Yeah, I could see it going up higher. I feel like when the stock market goes up, though, I feel like gold usually goes down. I feel like they kind of go opposites of each other. And so it's, I don't know, sometimes they both go down at the same time, but I feel like usually like one goes up when the other goes down. When there's fear in Wall Street, gold goes up. When there's like fear in the US dollar, gold goes up. When like the dollar is strong, gold goes down. When the stock market's strong, gold goes down. And it seems like usually when like either gold or the stock market goes down, coins go up. And so to me, like while things could go higher, I feel like both gold and the stock market are high. I feel like everything's high. You know, coins have been selling really, really, really well. But I feel like they could go up higher. I feel like when everybody tries to, like if Bitcoin starts to crash or something, I feel like people are going to jump out of that and look for somewhere. If gold crashes, people are going to look for somewhere. You know, I feel like people want to take their profits and invest it somewhere. It's like when there's a threat of zeros and ones just turning into nothing. I feel like I've read that there's like only enough tangible like assets, like tangible things that you can hold, like hard assets like real estate and property and like different commodities and stuff to like satisfy like a few percent of all the zeros and ones that are out there in the system. And so it's like our entire global economy is built on the assumption that all those zeros and ones, all that fiat currency is worth something. And as soon as the majority of people start to lose faith in that, and they start to like, you know, it's kind of like a bank run, like a panic, like why, you know, like banks have to be insured by the FDIC, you know, why we have to have Social Security taken out of our paychecks to like, you know, protect our, you know, our ability to retire. Hey Super Silverman, welcome. They just found 2 gold mines last year. Yeah, when have they not manipulated things? I mean, they'll keep finding more gold. I mean, who knows? Who knows what Mars is made of? It doesn't seem like, it seems like the idea that like people could actually be on Mars or something someday, it doesn't seem that far. I mean, whatever happened to like Elon Musk's that car that he sent up into space? Is that thing still like, is that like orbiting a planet? Has that like crashed down into Mars? Is it rubble somewhere? I mean, it's definitely interesting that like Like, I mean, there's like gold on beaches. There's like tons of gold. I mean, there's not tons of gold, but there's gold. But it's just, it's not possible to like process it. Like, it's just so tiny. Like, I think up north of me, there's a place called Gold Beach. And from what I hear, there's a lot of gold in it, but just removing it from the salty sand is like near impossible because it's so fine and the salt basically like clogs up whatever system they're trying to extract it with. Yeah, weren't we supposed to like have like all the like files and stuff removed? Or like weren't we supposed to get like the like country was supposed to get debriefed or something? I mean, when I think about it, I feel like didn't Obama like 8 years ago or something like that, like do something to have everything released? Or like maybe it was when Trump came in, like he was like, "Hey, I want to know what's up with this. People want to know." Maybe Elon Musk. Maybe he's not originally from here. Seems a little bit too bright to be from this earth. Too many brilliant ideas, all happening one after another. Seems just a little bit too lucky. Yeah, we'll release them, but it'll be so redacted that you can't read it. It's like all we need to do is like put those put them through like a computer, just like upload them onto a computer and basically have it just run a mathematical calculation of all the missing words. Two million useless documents. Well, why release them all if they're just all going to be redacted? That's just ridiculous. Pure nonsense. It's like just get everyone hyped up, excited that we might learn that the truth is out there. And then nope. Well, what else is new? We all keep thinking that we'll learn something. I think that forest just flattened. Yeah, he does have a lot of human ambitions. For some reason, like the T and the R, they look kind of flat, but for some reason they look like the most nicely formed letters I've ever seen on a penny. It's interesting, like some of these just look round and then some just look flat. Yeah, I'm thinking that if I just bend the light just a little bit, it'll turn into a double deer. I wonder what celebrity or person in the news is like the most thought to be a space alien. Like if people were to have a contest, like who the majority of people would think is actually an alien. Yeah, I was wanting, when I went to college, like, I wanted to make robots and AI, and I started working on things, and I took just every math and computer class that I could get into, and then I wanted to, like, basically, like, learn how to, like, work with metals and plastics, and so I started taking classes like that, started taking programming classes, and then I just like kind of like took a moment and like looked at where this would go. Like I had whole like ideas of how to build everything in my head, and I was just like, only job I'm gonna get doing this stuff is like a military contract, and it's all just gonna be used to like harm people. Just decided to do art instead at that point. It's like I really don't want to like be like creating things. It's like I'd want to like help. I wanted to like make robots to like improve computer or like robot and computer interactions. Like I wanted to make like, you know, it's like you sit at a computer and you're sitting at a desk typing with your fingers and stuff. It just seemed like it would be so much easier if you were able to make robots more human-like, so that we could just communicate in a more casual, mellow way. And I mean, things kind of have come that way in some ways. I mean, like, the computers are basically, you know, reading us, they're learning from us, they're listening to us, they're reading what we write, they're picking up on our micro expressions. You know, they're able to like analyze just billions and billions of little pieces of information that we upload onto the internet every day about ourselves, or is collected involuntarily by all the devices that surround us every day. Crazy world we live in. Those are your picks. I'm not sure. I feel like it would probably be like a politician if I had a pick. I feel like there's a lot of politicians that I'm just like, what planet are you from? Do you live around here? Do you hear what you're saying? This doesn't make sense. But I should give you guys the warning too. I think we've only got 3 or 4 coins left. I knew that this roll was a few coins short of a full one. And I definitely wanted to do a stream tonight, but I definitely realized I've just been doing copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste all week long, and I have so much more to do. I've just been burning myself out. But hopefully if I keep burning myself out the way I am, I'll be able to do a normal show on Wednesday. That is the plan. I can't remember if we just looked at that here, but I should probably go back just in case. Yeah, I feel like the surfaces on these ones here have been unlike any other roll. I mean, I'm totally used to looking at surfaces like this in all the graded coins that I have. Like I see so many of them. But like actually looking at them like up close in the microscope, it's like looking kind of, it reminds me of looking at gold. instead of copper. Alright, last one, guys. I so wish there were more here. No. I want to have a stream here where we find something totally awesome again. It's been a couple episodes. But I enjoyed talking with you guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you Super Silvermen. Thank you Accredited Coins. Thank you Sev Weber. Thanks Oops Sorry X for being here tonight. Thank you DC Piano for being here tonight. I think that... And thank you Mark Coins for being here tonight, and thank you Spike Ted Diecrack for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys. But I will have another, I'll have another episode this Wednesday. And Blue Sandy, if you were watching, thanks for watching, and everyone else who watches and doesn't get a chance to participate or talk. Thank you for being here tonight. See you guys all in the future. Thanks so much.